So, modern physics, that's the topic at hand, specifically referring to quantum mechanics and relativity. However, I'm just going to focus on the theory of relativity, but more specifically on the basic principle of it. So, we know about frames of reference. They're based on where we are observing a set of motion, the motion will be different. That's what we know about them. So, if I'm standing on the side of a highway, that's my frame of reference, me standing on the side of the highway, and I see a truck drive by, obviously, it's moving, right? Okay, it's moving, let's say, to the right. Now, if I'm driving in a vehicle and I see a truck go by the opposite way, the motion is occurring in the opposite direction of me. So those are two different frames of references, two different things of motion. If I'm in the truck, then the truck doesn't seem to be moving because based on my frame of reference, I'm in the truck, right? I'm not moving. Now, that's kind of a little hint at frame of reference. So, the theory of relativity, they say that if your frame of reference is moving at a constant speed, then it's called the inertial frame of reference. So that only occurs if there's no acceleration. However, if there's acceleration, then it's called a non-inertial frame of reference, which makes sense. Apologies, that's a bell. I'll just hurry up here. But really, wouldn't it be nice if we could use one frame of reference that would work for all types of motion? We can't. And Einstein said this, that there's no absolute frame of reference. Everything is either inertial or non-inertial. And that right there is the principle of relativity. When we observe motion, we are observing it in respect to our own frame of reference. So it's relative to where we are. Theory of relativity, motion is relative to where our frame of reference makes sense. But based on this, we can't actually determine what kind of motion is occurring because it depends on the frame of reference. So any type of motion could be true. Einstein looked at that and said, if you take away frame of reference, then all the laws of nature will appear the same. And if all the laws of nature are appearing the same, then we can't tell if we're actually moving or not. Kind of hard to wrap your head around when you really think about it. But those are the basic principles of relativity.